You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Van would like to congratulate Chris Thursday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
Winter is blowing in and Chemist Warehouse has got you covered with stores in Baxter, Frankston, Mornington and Safety Beach. Chemist Warehouse is your one-stop winter shop. Chemist Warehouse, a station sponsor.
So we're in the set-up for the start of this game, and the umpire will throw the ball up in the air. It'll be Dylan Jones up against the big fella in Wiley. Jones, he got the first tap out, ball hits the deck, plenty of players around this stoppage, and the umpire will be forced to come in and throw the ball up again.
Hey, as we tipped on the radio yesterday, Terry, Owen Hewitt started forward for Bonbeach. They're going all-out attack.
So the ball comes down, spills down, goes up there towards Vassilo. He kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line. Here comes McDonald flying out, just went with the one juke, overran it. So did Cal Van Dyke, who's got the job on him. Eventually Vassilo gets it again, little chip inside looking for Hewlett. Couldn't take the mark and the ball goes over the line out of bounds. And you called that yesterday morning too, Swaney, was to have Hewlett playing as a forward, and he seems to be up there.
Yeah, and also McDonald started deep in the forward line as well, which is a good move by Steve Hughes.
So we're locked in the left forward pocket for Bonbeach, kicking towards the bay end in this first quarter. So it's Hewlett up against the big fella and Chris Wiley. Wiley won it. Ball hit the deck. Ball goes up there towards Eddie Clark. There's a free kick. It's going to go down there to Clark. He's having a bit of how do you do with Vassolo down there as well.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that.
No,
I think it's Tommy Turner. It's not Clark.
Okay, so Turner has got the footy. Inside defensive 50, outer side of the ground. Goes out wide looking for the big fella there in, it was Woodbridge in fact, who leapt high. Ball hits the deck. Plenty of players over the footy, and the umpire will come in and bounce again.
What a beautiful day for it, lads.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky with it, aren't we, boys? As the ball goes up again, there's not a breath of air either out there. As the ball hits the deck, the umpire will come in and throw it up again. So we've played 2 minutes in the opening quarter.
Another interesting matchup is Jackson Souls gone to Michael Buzzy, which is a really big job for Jackson.
Ball hits the deck. Jones, he couldn't shark it. Ball comes out the back. Going hard at there was Neville. He couldn't gather it. Attacking the footy. There goes Timmy Mannix. He gets brought to ground. The umpire says, give it to me again. So we're locked inside Bonbeach's 50-metre line, going towards the bay end in this opening quarter. Earthvale Aspendale kicking to the Carr Street end. So the conditions very much today like they were yesterday as McDonald kicks the ball inside. Neville, he got caught, but he just got his handball. Geez, there was one high from Ferraro, should be a free kick. And he's down and he's hurt down there, and they're remonstrating with him.
Woodbridge.
Yeah, because he bumped him into the head as he kicks the ball out wide. Woodbridge to Craig Ray, who kicks the ball further up the wing. It wasn't a great kick. Didn't give his teammate much of a chance at all. Going in hard there was Lockie Gilrenew. Right foot snap around the corner. Came from Trent Dennis Lane, a long way from home. Hewlett, left foot kick, kicks it inside. Trying to gather there Ferraro. Got it backwards there to Bailey. Kick now to Fasello. He kicks the ball up long. Couldn't take the mark, was Ferraro. Ball hits the deck, pulled off it. There was Bailey again. Umpire said nothing in it.
Yes,
no, he did.
Saw it.
He did.
Handy to have back in, isn't he, Bob Bailey from Sandringham, and he's been back for a while now, but I watched him down at Geelong VFL and carved up Geelong VFL, so really handy player to have down at half forward.
So Bailey goes across the face. In comes Jones.
It's important for him to get his hands on the ball early. He needs to get a lot of confidence from the last game. He played a super game last week. So this is an important kick for Bonbeach.
A bit happening off the ball as well. Liam Harris not happy there with Jackson Casey. So Dylan Jones to kick the first goal of the afternoon. Runs in, will kick from about 30. Nice looking kick. Worked it left, hit the woodwork. So through for a minor score. So Bonbeach get first blood. It's a behind. It took 4 minutes.
It's interesting strategy. Edithvale's playing with a fifth midfielder, which is allowing Bonbeach to have a spare back in there, back across half forward, which is half back, which is James Monet, who's a really good grab. So I don't know how long they'll leave that match up like that.
So Edithvale to bring the ball back into play. They do. They come to the member side. Needs to be a good kick. Looking for Ray. Nice mark. He took it above his eyes.
Beautiful kick.
It was. Kicks the ball long. Looking up there towards Flavel, and he's important for them. the red nut. And he's got the ball in the wing. He's missed the last couple of weeks, but back into the side today. So a little bit of candy there did Liam Harris. Thought about going backwards. Now he looks forwards. Bonbeach getting back with numbers now. Needs to be good with the kick. Goes up long. Bussy left. Couldn't take the mark. Jones again. Defensive 50. Took the mark. Goes into Casey. He's got Carpenter on the outside. Goes to him now. It was Tyrrell in fact. Kicks the ball out wide. Looking for Ferraro. That was clever. Just tapped it with the left hand. Gave McDonald an opportunity. Ran through a couple. Then he got the handball off. He's been pinged for throwing the footy.
He tried to play for a free. Then McDonald just got to play it on its merits.
Yeah, good. Didn't get sucked in the umpire like that.
So
they're intense, looking a lot better at the moment, Bonbeach. And Chris Wiley, Dylan Jones' direct opponent, was best on ground 2 weeks ago. So Dylan Jones has started pretty well, Tally.
So Trent Dennis Lane taking the ball in the centre of the ground there. Wasn't able to capture it though.
I think it's Darcy Wark who's playing as that 5th midfielder. As I said, which is allowing Benane. Even if they win this stoppage, you'd think Bonbeach could repel off it.
So running through the middle of the ground now, nice little handball. Lockie Gilreneuve goes up long. McDonald just calls his teammate Owen Hewlett out of the contest, and he takes the mark, and he'll have a shot for goal from about 50 metres.
To win this matchup for Bonbeach, they've got Van Dyke, who's been giving him a lot of drive. He played on the wing against him in the qualifying final, played well last week off half-back. He gives him a lot of run and drive. He's actually playing out of the square now on McDonald, so it's probably a win for Bonbeach.
So Shane McDonald to come in, will start the ball left and want it to work right. He started the ball right and it went further that way. So another behind for Bonbeach. They scored a couple, 6.5 gone opening quarter. And on the scoreboard, it's 2 behinds to Earthvale Aspendale yet to score.
4 inside 50s to 0, so 4 inside 50s to 1 so far, boys.
So taking the mark there. That was Liam Harris, gave it off. They go to the centre of the ground, looking there for Wiley. Couldn't take the mark. Well tackled. Clark tries to get rid of Jackson Casey. Should have been ping for holding the ball. Little handball comes out now. That wasn't great to Hewlett, but he's got some time. Right foot kick, just hacks it inside 50. They got the numbers. Stevie Mannix usually pretty clean with the footy. They work the ball out now. Wasn't a great handball there to Van Dyke, and the ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds.
Geez, have you seen the difference? Jones has taken 2 clean grabs. Wiley had his opportunity. He should have taken that mark, fumbled the ball, and look where the footy is now.
So the ball comes back into play. Down it goes. Wiley had the better of Jones a couple of weeks ago when they met in the qualifying final, of course, and Jones has started very, very well this afternoon as the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward line for Earthvale Aspendale, kicking towards the Bay Street end. Ball comes back into play. Jones, Wiley. Jones gets front position. Wiley came over the back, tucking the ball there hard. Was Clark. He was wrapped up.
Geez, their tackling's been good, hasn't it, Bonbeach?
Yep. And that's their go, isn't it, Pat?
Yeah, they're a physical side, much more physical side than, what they played in that qualifying final.
Ball hits the deck, goes into the centre of the ground, put his head over it. That was Charlie Martello, but they get the kick through Vasello. He kicks the ball up towards the wing position. They got the numbers here, Earthvale Aspendale. Bonbeach work him off the footy though. Good play, Casey. Gave it over there to Bailey. Kicks it up long. Nice kick it was. Finds his teammate in Hewlett. So Hewlett's got the ball half forward, member side of the ground, looks inside. McDonald wants it long, one out. He's a chance from this position. He's going to have to leap. Great leap it was for Trent Dennis Lane. There's McDonald for the ball. Inside 50, wheels around onto the right, has a ping at the goal. Couldn't take the mark, and the ball is rushed behind. But geez, that was a good effort.
Young Lockie Gilreneuve.
It was.
And he's on Casey's list. I don't think he played a game for Casey this year, but he's done all the pre-season, all the training with Casey.
So McDonald comes in just as Clark takes the mark. So Clark wants to play on. No, he's been brought back. So Dermot Cleary was just providing a shepherd off the ball, and the umpire said bring it back here and we'll restart. Inside defensive 50 for Earthvale Aspendale. How many inside 50s, Vossi?
6-1 in favour of Bonbeach.
Thanks to O'Brien Real Estate. The stats this afternoon.
Seems a lot more than that, just purely just locking the ball in at the moment.
Yeah, the whole game's been played in the front half of Bonbeach, really, and I think Earthvale would love to get the ball down, one out to Bussy on Sol. Oh, there you go.
There is Bussy right there. On cue it was. He took a massive leap, but it was over his own ruckman, who's still down, and Dylan Jones takes advantage of it. Ferraro gets a handball outside. They're in a bit of trouble here. It wasn't the greatest handball by Ferraro, and eventually Bonbeach cough it up, and Earthvale Aspendale will win the free kick on the half-back line, outer side of the ground. Crowd pretty good today, Lock.
Yeah, not too bad, is it? I mean, the twos game was really vocal with YC Seaford, and starting to build certainly a lot better, bigger than what yesterday was.
And if you've just joined us, Mount Eliza won their way through to the grand final in the under-19s, and Seaford come from behind. Paddy, it looked like that YCW had iced that game, and Seaford come back and won.
Yeah, it was momentum was all with YC, but good on the Seaford Footy Club for coming out and kicking 2 late goals.
Crowd were pretty happy with it too, weren't they?
Yeah, there was a fair bit going on, not just with the male folk either, Vossi.
Plenty happening. Second time in 3 years, actually, YCW seconds have lost a final. They lost that grand final against Mount Eliza when the guy kicked it 60 metres a couple of years ago, if you remember.
Yeah, Trent Radin, he's still living on that memory. Kicked it 60 metres to win the game.
No,
as you would, absolutely.
After the siren.
Yep. So up they go again. It's Bussy who won it down for Edithvale Aspendale. One senses he needs a massive game for them to win today. He gets the footy, he handballed it out, only as far as McDonald though, who almost sharked the footy. Ferraro's in there as well, gets his handball out. There's McDonald trying to crash his way through. Eventually the umpire's going to be forced to come in and throw the ball up again. So very much like yesterday, it took 12 and a half minutes in the Nepean League preliminary final for the first goal to be kicked. And we've played 11 minutes and still no goal in this game. So up they go again. Brad Tagg, he was pulled off the footy. The umpire said, give it to me, we'll throw the ball back into play.
Interesting to see how wily is he. He looks really jelly-legged after that impact with Bussy. I think he might have been a little bit concussed, and he's still in the trainer's arm, so I have to keep an eye on that one.
So the ball spills out. Nice handball, they work it backwards. Taken there by Sykes, runs his way through the middle of the ground. That was good play, then went for the mongrel Baz. Inside 50, wasn't a great kick. And he kicked it down the throat of one of the best defenders in the game. Team of the Year backman again, Mark Mullins. He kicked the ball out wide. Geez, Meehan got one in the back of the head. Surely that was a free kick. Umpire said no, throw the ball back into play.
Yeah, had to be there. I would have thought either in the back or chopping in the arms.
Wasn't a great kick though.
No.
Him under the bus.
So the ball about to come back into play. Dylan Jones up against Bussy. Free kick Jones in the back. So Jones is having a wonderful first quarter of footy. As I said, he probably had his colours lowered the last time they played. Kicks the ball inside. Flannery from Bonbeach has another crack at it. Gets brought to ground. And the ball was held to him. The umpire will come in and bounce again. Half forward line for the Sharks.
Geez, Edithvale midfield's got to get going here. They've got to get the ball down. They've got the sole match up now with Wiley, but they're just not getting any. They don't get the ball down there. So they could really change Bonbeach's structure if they can get a few clunks down there. They might have to move Hewlett back down. But at the moment, with their midfield not doing anything, it's playing Bonbeach's hands.
Little left foot chick comes out towards Brad Tagg. He was held on to. Didn't have the footy against Ben Hogan. The umpire let it go. So some good fancy footwork. No, there's a free kick. He has been given a free kick. Brad Tagg
just tried to shepherd him, and Tagg had his back turned and pushed him straight in the back.
So Tagg's got the footy down there. Members side of the ground. Geez, he almost overcomplicated things there, but he just booted it long. Going up, Bussy couldn't take the mark. He almost roved it okay. Wiley was there as well. They work it out okay. Bailey, left foot kick. He kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Nice mark. Geez, dealt with after he got rid of the footy. After he marked the footy, umpire said nothing in it. And Alex Trow on the left goes into the centre of the ground looking for McDonald. Couldn't take the mark. Woodbridge went for the rove. Neville goes in there as well. Plenty of Bonbeach players around the footy. In comes Jeremy Hayes, and eventually the umpire will come in. So we're in the centre of the ground here, 13 and a half minutes gone. Bonbeach 3 behinds, Edithvale yet to score. Ball comes down, taken there once again by Gav Vassilo. Kicks it inside 50, and there's the mark to Owen Hewlett.
What's the stoppages, Vossi? Have you got that? Have you been doing the stoppages? Because it just seems that the Edithvale boys cannot get their hands on the ball at the stoppages. And, Bonbeach is penetrating the ball forward every time.
You're not doing the clearances, Vossi?
Centre clearances I am.
Yeah.
What is it?
So it's Owen Hewlett who's going to have a shot for goal from about 48 metres out. Slight angle, but not much to speak of at all. There's no wind advantage. So this to kick the first goal of the afternoon, 14 minutes gone. Wobbly kick, it was off the boot, it never looked like it, did it? Go through for another behind.
So really close to the man on the mark there.
He did. 4 behinds to no score, 14 and a half gone in this opening quarter.
You don't reckon I'm kicking myself? They kicked 7-1 last week in the second quarter against us. They had 4 straight points in this game.
There was a fair bit of condition to contend with last week too.
A heap of wind.
Carpenter goes up, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills out the back, that's Walk. Another one comes to Bussey. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Taken there by Casey, goes backwards to Sykes. He's got someone inside, it went over his head, but it was well done there by Jackson Soul as he put it out there to Gil Renouf, who had a bounce on the outer side of the ground. Runs towards the 50-metre line, he better bounce it again. He's ran too far, no, he got away with it. Kicks it to the top of the square, going back for the ball. It was Liam Harris who worked his way out, gave it to Harris, kicks the ball out towards halfback. Jackson Soul kicks the ball back inside, good play there. Attacking the footy was Cal Van Dyke. They're working it in though. They've locked it inside. Shane McDonald tried to crash his way through, couldn't do it. They dive on top of it now. They want to lock it up. Bonbeach are trying to keep the ball alive. Still are. McDonald, cork in the ocean. Stuff goes around the corner. Hewlett almost took the mark. Harris at the fall of the ball for Edithvale Aspendale. And they're able to work it out now. Mark Mullins kicks the ball up the line, sits it on Bussey's head. Should be able to take the mark, and he did.
Great hands. Yeah, good grab.
So he was under a bit of pressure there. Defensive 50, member side of the ground. Wants to go short, does so. Timmy Mannix takes the mark, plays on, gets his kick just in time. Mullins has made a move for him, didn't take the mark. Spills out the back. Sykes just grabs it and hacks it. He saw somebody out the corner of his eye. It was Shane McDonald. He can go short, does so now. Finds his teammate on the wing position.
He's actually got really good vision, Brad Sykes. Like that kick there, and a lot of blokes wouldn't have pulled that kick.
So they've got the ball now at half forward. The Sharks goes out wide. Wasn't a great kick. Lux a fortune. Bounced all right there for Tommy Hogan. Left foot kick to the top of the square. Jones is down there. Couldn't take the mark. Trent Dennis Lane for the ball. Gets a little handball out. Edithvale Aspendale Backman under enormous pressure. And they're able to withstand it again. 4 behinds, Bonbeach, Edithvale yet to score, 16 and a half minutes gone.
10-1 inside 50s.
Thanks to Aftercare Australasia, but here's the stats. As the ball gets tapped down again, attacking the footy hard. Good tackle down there as well. And that was Nick Carlin who laid a big tackle.
For such dominance though in this game, 4 points the difference. Yeah, they just Bonbeach has got to get some scoreboard pressure here.
Idiot's just really struggling. They're breaking down when they get to the centre, to the centre of the ground, aren't they? I mean, they got a bloke like Wiley who's on Jackson Soul. We know Jackson Soul's great. He's got great agility and can get up there. But you're back if you pump it in long. Get Wiley, one-on-one. Wiley's going to outmark him every day of the week. So they're trying to muck around with it too much. Go through the centre of the ground at the moment.
So the ball comes down. Kick there towards the defensive 50-metre line. There was plenty of players that went up. Nobody come down with it. Gary Carpenter just crashed through Walk. Or it might have been Flavel, in fact, as the ball goes inside 50 now. A little quick kick out of the pack was a ripper by Mark Tyrrell. One step. Knew where the goals were, and they called for the goal, Lockie and Paddy, and they got it. 1-4-10 to no score. You're listening to RWP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from morning to Peninsula produce. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belmerring. Phone 03598325.
So back in the centre again. Up they go. So he's come good, what looks like, has Chris Wiley. Comes back in, ball comes out, Tommy Turner head over the footy, little left foot kick came there from James Hickey, who's back in the side today, goes out towards Tag. He couldn't win the footy. Jeez, he was good on the outside, wasn't he? Benny Hogan went short. He undid all the good work, and Stevie Mannix was able to chop it off at half back, goes in short. Not a great kick. Kicked it straight down the throat of Juzzy Bennett, who took the mark on the wing, wants to play on, gave it to Jackson Casey. He kicks the ball inside Dennis Lane, good work. Off the footy. He just gave him a little nudge at the right time. The ball was in the vicinity and he takes a mark, and he's a beautiful kick. You'd give him every opportunity from here, Pat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as we said last week, this is not a tough kick really. It's probably a 45-degree angle, but the Bonbeach midfield is smashing the Edithvale midfield at the moment. Like Bennett and Casey are having a field day, and what's allowing Bonbeach to keep McDonald forward. So while they keep that up, Edithvale midfield's got to get into gear.
And the big fella Tommy Hogan, I mean, you have Dylan Jones, who's the class ruckman in the competition, and he comes off the ground, and to be able to put Tommy Hogan into the ruck, it's pretty handy to have. He's a great young fella, isn't he?
Yeah, TAC listed player Tommy Hogan. He's had a good year with him, so he'll compete really well. Probably better matchup when Bussey goes in than Wiley though.
So we put the Moz on Trent Dennis Lane because he didn't score, gents. As the ball goes back into play, geez, he got under the footy then, looked like it was bent in half, did Bussy, the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Bailey just made sure that Stevie Mannix went over. So the umpire to bring the ball back into play, does so now. Over the back there was Hogan, couldn't win it. Clark crashed his way through, got one around the chops. How did the umpire not see that? We almost ended up with his head up here in the commentary box. It was ripped off that hard. Going in hard there was Cal Van Dyke. He was well tackled too down there, so the Bonbeach tackling's been a feature early.
Wanted to bring him up the ground, Van Dyke. And then, as I said, just not getting anything out of their midfield at the moment.
So the ball goes up again. Wiley comfortably won that one against Hogan. Ball spills out. Good play there by Wiley to bring the ball to ground. Well tackled. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. Centre of the ground. 1-4-10 Bonbeach. Leading Edith Vale yet to score. 20 and a half gone. First quarter. Up they go. Wiley again won the tap. Head over the footy. There was Tommy Hogan. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. Toddy Woodbridge just rocking the goatee there, Pat.
Yeah, we love the goatee, don't we, Tully?
Yeah, we do. You missed last week, Locke. Paddy Swain said, who grows a goatee these days? And then he looked at me and thought, oh, maybe you do.
I thought he had a beard.
As the ball comes down, Matty Clark hit over the footy, got well tackled, might have got one in the back. Oh, Bailey just got into the head too, yes. And there's Jeremy Hayes. He's not too happy with the attention there. And it'll be young James Hickey, who's come back into the side this week. Didn't play last week. So Hickey is one of the players that has returned as he kicks the ball inside 50. There's Bussy. He comes screaming out. Couldn't take the mark. Carpenter took the hit. Got some support on the outside. Shane McDonald, defensive 50. Too cute with the footy he was. Allowed Clark. Hayes gives it back to Hickey. Needs to kick the ball now. He does. Bonbeach defenders now under a little bit of pressure for the first time. They work it around all right. Bennett goes out wide. Nice kick. One grab, two. Finds Campatelli. And there's Hogan, just fell over his own feet. There's an invisible player out there that just knocked him off his feet. Good play there by Harris. Trent Dennis Lane gets a handball out. Bailey, what does he see inside? Nothing. Tommy Turner overran it. Good bump there by Ferraro. Turner's back in there as well again. And the umpire forced in the end to come in and throw the ball up, wing position, members side.
Good play by Liam Harris. That'll be highlighted at quarter time. I'll be sure going back with a flight like that.
Yeah, great efforts. And even the second efforts to get straight back up and cop the big hip and shoulder as well.
So Wiley, he tapped the ball down, goes towards half forward again, running through, couldn't pick up the footy. That was Elliot Maguire, but it was good defensive play by Hogan again, who went up there towards half forward. Got a lot of work to do as Mullins. Trent Dennis Lane, handball out, gets kicked inside 50 now. Hewlett versus Carlin. McDonald roves the ball. You love him in this situation, Macca. Shane McDonald swooped on the loose pill and kicked Bonbeach's second goal for the afternoon.
Gee, it's all on their terms, isn't it, Bonbeach? Because of the midfield dominance, it's allowing McDonald to play there. Van Dyke's on him, and Van Dyke's not giving any drive off. And yeah, it could probably get ugly pretty quick the way it's going.
2-4-16, Bonbeach leading Edith Vale. Aspendale yet to score. 23 minutes gone in this opening quarter. And they'd love one before quarter time, I reckon, the Dales.
I need one, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right. They're under siege at the moment. Wiley versus Jones. No one got a decisive tap. Jeremy Hayes just banged it forward, but again, they win the ball in the stoppage. Kicks the ball up towards half forward. Camped under it is Vassilo. Two come over the back. Liam Harris have to go. He needs some support now though. That was good play there by Gil Renouf. Got the handball off Bailey, well smothered. Then he was tunnelled and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds.
Had a good couple of minutes here, Harris. Has a great smother. Doing a lot of the little things well.
He is, and so is Mark Tyrrell. He's dominating in that middle of the ground. So the ball comes back into play. There is Tyrrell on cue again. Left foot kick around the corner. Goes towards half forward. Ball almost left for Jones. Now Tyrrell's got it again on the wing. Squares it up. He's got Jackson Casey who goes inside too easy. Dylan Jones standing there all on his own. Plays. He played on just before the siren.
I don't think he played on. I think the umpire called played on for touchdown.
Oh, it was tough.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. So he's umpire Rowan David just letting everybody know what the situation is down there, making it clear that it was touched off the boot, but at quarter time, It's Bonbeach who lead by 16 points, 2-4-16. Edithvale yet to score, and we'll go to a break and we'll be back with a quarter-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality...
We've all had regrets, but your home loan shouldn't be one of them. At Bendigo Bank, we know a great rate means nothing without great service. Bendigo Home Loans. When it's time for you to settle, have no regrets.
So we're back in the centre of the ground, just waiting for the crowd to disperse. And as we said, it's built up pretty nicely this afternoon, which is terrific. We're actually seeing people on the fence right around the ground, which is the first time in this final series that we've seen this.
Oh, it's a cracking day. There's no junior finals.
Correct.
There's nothing. There's no other footy. There's no AFL today.
Incredibly
So, how
disappointing the crowd yesterday from the Nepean League. It was unheard of.
good. Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Worst crowd that I've seen in finals footy in the Nepean League in a preliminary final ever. As the ball goes up towards half forward now, so Edithvale have broken. Oh, Bussy got pulled down. Did not have the footy. What are you looking up, Ump? Why didn't? How could they miss that?
Pretty unfortunate,
Rowan loves playing freeze too.
Oh, gee whiz. He needed to pay one then. That was terrible.
Generally, umpires that love paying frees, they give the frees that aren't there and leave the ones that are there.
Yes. As the ball spills out again. That was a lot better attack on the footy, but it's Casey who mopped up. Gave a little handball out to Manane, who kicks the ball up towards the wing position. Now it's Dylan Jones. Look at him. He looks like a greyhound as he just runs on the outer side of the ground. Kicks it inside. Dennis Lane over the back. Couldn't take the mark. Recovered well. Kicks the ball inside. Look at this. Ferraro's going to run into an open goal, and he does.
Again, that's come from a stoppage. It's come from the stoppage where they went backwards, gave Dylan Jones enough time to spread out wide, and he's too clean with the heels on Wiley. But Casey was the bloke who got the first hands on the ball and fed it out, and their midfield is dominating.
But exactly what we touched on at quarter time, wasn't it? Just when Dylan Jones is in there with Wiley, he's got to run and spread, because Wiley, you saw then, was still in the middle of the ground and he was out. Jones was on his bike out in the wing and clearly had his measure.
So we're back in the centre of the ground, and Bonbeach have started beautifully in this game. 3-4-22, Edithvale, no score, and we thought coming into the game that Bonbeach had liked the game on their terms on the inside, but they're actually doing the job on the outside at the moment, which is a surprise. Turner now gives it to Clark, gives it to Neville. Neville gives a little handball out, so eventually they get out of there, bit off a bit more than he could chew. Elliot Maguire, so he coughed it up. There's Casey again. This is where the last goal come from. Neville almost ripped his opponent's head off there in Jack Williams, and Jack Williams plays on, kicks the ball out wide. Wasn't a great kick. Ferraro's got to go. Came over the back of Mannix, and he makes them earn it, doesn't he, Pat?
Yeah, he does, and he'll always do that. Do you think too, when we talk about the speed, and we've got Flavel's playing down deep in the forward line, maybe bring him up on a wing so he can actually get running?
Yeah, they need some speed. As the ball comes up, there it is again. Just floated across as easy as you like. It was 2-on-1. Mullins had to beat a couple there.
Need for speed, you reckon, Tally?
Yes, absolutely. Neville's getting very frustrated out there too. Mark Douglas, an underrated defender, I reckon, who kicks the ball now across the face of goal. Needs to be good. Carpenter took the mark. No, he didn't. Should have been. I'm not sure you can run at a player. Has taken the ball there. Good play by Manane, who kicks it up towards the 50-metre line, but there he is again. Mark Mullins comes out and takes a sliding mark. Plays on. He's got Clark in the centre of the ground. Goes to him now. Mark Tyrrell on the mark. Plays on. Comes to the members' side of the ground. He's got Cal Van Dyke, who took a bounce and then kicked the ball with a wobbly punt kick, looking for Vavlal.
Just not going their way, is it?
No, at all. So Flavel.
That was encouraging though, because that was run off half back that they haven't had from Van Dyke, so they need to get a bit more of that going on.
Ben Hogan has got the job on Flavel. Ball goes over the back, nobody could get it. Wiley's second effort was good. Ball locked in. James Hickey's in there as well for Edithvale Aspendale, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. 3-4-22 Bonbeach. Edithvale yet to score. 3.5 gone in this first quarter. So up they go. Dylan Jones went towards the boundary line. Little handball comes out. Clark went for the outside of the boot. He knew he would have had it smothered if he tried to centre it, so he just got meterage and kicked it on the outside of the boot.
Interesting to see, Paddy, that they've ditched the 5-man midfield and they're running with the loose back at the moment.
Yeah, for obvious reasons now when it's 7 scoring shots to 0.
So the ball comes back into play. Good play by Jones. Out the back. Spills out. Nobody could get it. Push in the back maybe. No.
They just need to get their hands on the ball in that midfield. And as I said, you might have to, as I said, put a Flavelle in there or bring him up onto a wing, and even a Darcy Wark up onto a wing just with a bit more speed.
So Edithvale Aspendale, they've got it inside their 50, which is a good sign. Meehan won the ruck, but then they're able to work it out again, Bonbeach. Way too easy. Jack Williams found some space again. McDonald works to the wing. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. That was good body pressure on him by Van Dyke. Little kick inside needs to be good. Finds Hickey. Got the ball at centre half forward. Now he wants to be precise, kicking the ball in. Tag came out and took the mark. Good mark too. Ahead of Ben Hogan. So he's probably too far out to score from there. He'll be kicking from about 52 by the time he unleashes this. Ben Hogan standing the mark as Brad Tagg needs to kick the goal. Edithvale, we've played, 33 minutes of football and they haven't scored yet. And they're not going to score on this occasion either as the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Right forward pocket. Bay end in this second quarter.
Never looked comfortable then, Brad Tagg. Instead of actually having a crack, he should have just set it to the top of the square. I mean, Bussey's down there. He's a fantastic player in the air, so should have just given him every chance then.
Yeah. But Bussey, he did the ruck work on that occasion, knocked it to the ground. Plenty of players jump on top of it.
Yeah, come across as a bit selfish then, didn't it?
Yeah.
So Bussey in the ruck up against Dylan Jones. Jones still won it. He's giving away height there, but he was still good enough to win that one. As the ball comes down, gee, should have been a free kick to Bonbeach against Willie Flavelle. The umpire said no, but here goes Casey again. No, it's Hogan who just runs the ball out of defence. Gee, he's almost bit off a little more than he could chew. Bit hack kick goes up towards the wing. Out comes McDonald. He won the footy. What can he do? He'll want the right foot. Gets it now. Kicks it up the line. Wasn't a great kick. He saw Wiley there. He still kicked it to him. As the ball comes down there towards Matty Clark, they go up towards the wing position. Ray couldn't take the mark. McDonald at the back of the pack. On the wing, outer side of the ground, ducks, weaves, gets himself into trouble and steps over the line and out of bounds.
Just a bit fumbly too, aren't they? Edithvale, they have, like, we're over a quarter into this game and they still look like they haven't really settled.
So Flavelle coming from the ground, has not touched it really. As the ball comes back into play, Bailey, he's had plenty of it. Gave it back there towards his teammate in Williams, who went up the wing. That was a good mark taken by Hewlett. So he's causing them some problems up there. So Hewlett unloads, goes towards the 50-metre line. Jones is there. Ball hits the deck. Almost. Vassilo went without it. So they're able to mop up across half-back. Goes up towards the wing position. Pack flies. Nobody could take it. Or they could. It was a great mark,
Hewlett
in fact.
Again.
So he's been prolific in this opening half of footy so far. Goes for a little chip kick. That was nice. Finds Williams, who takes the mark on the wing position. Outer side of the ground. Bonbeach lead. 3-4-22. Edithvale yet to score. Up towards half forward. Back with a fly to the ball. Couldn't take the mark. Woodbridge. There's that fumbling again. Perceived pressure. And in fact, he kicked it out of bounds on the full. So Vassilo, he takes the ball, kicks it up the line. Wasn't a great kick.
I think he's got to redo it.
Okay.
It wasn't on his line.
So I thought Justin Bennett was going at it a little bit.
It was an interesting decision where he kicked that ball, and that's probably the last two times Hewlett's entry and Williams' entry in was like 1-on-3.
So there's Hewlett again. Does he take the ball inside the boundary? No, he doesn't. So it goes over the line out of bounds. Carlin will take the free kick down there for Edithvale. Defensive pocket, goes to the defensive goal square. Matty Clark takes the mark, has a bounce. They're calling for it over the top. He goes into the centre of the ground. Needs to be a good kick. Wasn't. Taken there by Douglas. Little chip kick inside. Here's where McDonald's dangerous. He just fed off now. He's got the footy. Popped it out. Gave it there towards... it spilled out to Trent Dennis Lane in the end from Bo Bailey, but they worked it out all right and they kicked their fourth goal for the afternoon.
And don't underestimate Hewlett's effort then, just to compete, and the way he kept the ball alive and created a path for McDonald to actually get the touch on the ball, which ended up with Bailey, and then it threw for the goal. So, yeah, he's playing a good game, Owen, the big O.
Just really struggling with their defensive exits, aren't they? They're trying to be too cute, go through the middle of the ground, and it's all well and good when they've got those easy targets, but I mean they're fumbling the footy and they're not really kicking to 50-50s. So just got to be smarter with their exits at the moment, EDS.
So the ball comes up again. Good play there by Dylan Jones. Ball hits the deck, pushed in the back. Umpire said no. Jones has got it again, gave it to Casey. So they're into attack again. That's a good lead, and that was a good mark too. Taken there by Lockie Gilrenoof. Plays on immediately, kicks the ball inside. Hewlett looks dangerous here. He gave a big heave-ho though, I think he did. Against Carlin.
Again, the stoppage when they're just getting so touched up at the stoppages, Edithvale.
So they work their ball out now. Dermot Cleary's got it. Defensive 50 for Edithvale Aspendale. And as Lockie said, they're finding it hard to get out of here. And he's been paid the mark. Thought it might have gone out of bounds on the full. Hickey holds the ball aloft. Kicks the ball long now, out towards the wing, needs a mark over the back, punched away. Bonbeach defence working nicely again. Eventually, though, it comes out to Harris, who kicks the ball up the line. Wasn't a great kick. Jackson Soul read the footy off the boot nicely. The kick was smothered, but he won the footy at half back, and they're still in control, Bonbeach.
This is an important stoppage to win here. They've got Matty Clark one out. Looks like with maybe Hogan, someone, I think it's Hogan, but Matty Clark's a really powerful play. If he gets a one-on-one here, he's a bit like McDonald for Bonbeach. So
Wiley in the rut, taken there by Casey out of that stoppage. Kicked it up there towards half forward. And there's that invisible body pressure as well again as Woodbridge. He fell over, kicked it out there towards Carlin. Just takes his time, draws the player, gives it to Stevie Mannix on the wing, who goes up the line looking for Val. Couldn't find him. It was Jeremy Hayes, in fact. And Hayes is looking around to blame somebody, but the kick just wasn't good enough, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
Inside 50s to the match, boys, so far 19-4 in favour of Bonbeach.
Yeah. That is thanks to Cremorne 381 Apartments, and if you're just going to the footy over the weekend and you're looking for somewhere to stay, Cremorne 381 Apartments, the new facility in Melbourne to stay at, so get there. I think Paddy Swain's booked in for an after-season trip. Yeah. As the ball comes out again to Bailey, who won it on the wing position, out of side, one-on-one. Dennis Lane too strong for Mullins on that occasion. Now they stream forward. Where's Hewlett? He's lurking, and Meehan is forced to go to him. So Meehan, long way from home.
Once again, though, boys, where did that come from?
Yeah. Jackson Casey out of a stoppage.
I don't know what they're...
Backing him, Bossy.
I'll back him in for me.
So Trent Dennis Lane comes in. He'll kick from 53. I reckon the journey might be a bit too long. He kicks it long. He kicks it strong. And Michael Voss, you're a better judge than I. They've kicked their fifth. 5-4-34. It's a rout now at the moment. Edithvale Aspendale yet to score. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277. The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road.
What Bonbeach doing now?
So back in the centre of the ground again, Edithvale. Paddy Swain just set off air. We've played 40 minutes of footy. No, we haven't. We've played 42 minutes of footy. And they still haven't scored, Edithvale Aspendale. As the ball comes down again, McDonald, good play, great play there was by Hogan. Tapped it down to Bailey. Party tricks now for Bonbeach. Geez, they're playing with some confidence. Dylan Jones, great kick, went there towards Dennis Lane. Just slapped it forward. There's Bailey. Big tackle. Couldn't get the ball out. Comes out to Dennis Lane again. Goes towards the boundary line. Bailey with his head over the footy, and eventually the umpire will come in and bounce. Alex Trowell right in the action as well for Bonbeach.
I know we keep touching on it, but geez, Bonbeach just absolutely driving out of the midfield, aren't they?
Yep. So the ball comes back into play again. Good play on that occasion. Out of the ruck came from Michael Bussey. Goes towards the wing, and here's Hogan. He's been good. Kicks the ball out wide. Little bit of body pressure. Gilrenoof. There's Jackson Casey again. Just shrugged the tackle. Thought about a little cute kick, so he goes for the handball now. Handball was all right too to Jack Williams. It went to the words of goals, Meehan. Or Mullins it was who got back and took the mark. Geez, they look dangerous now, Bonbeach.
Everything they touch has turned to gold, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They put McDonald on the ball for the first time. He gets the clearance out. They're having a good day.
So two Edithvale players flew. Harris gets a little handball out, hoping just to work the ball over the boundary line was Hewlett, and he succeeded. So the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward line for the Sharks, kicking towards the Carr Street end.
Looks like they've made the move to McMahon will go to Owen Hewlett, run with Hewlett, and they've put Carlin forward.
So the ball spills out. There's Bussey. Bussey kicks the ball up towards half forward for Edith Vale. Pack fly. One grab two. Thought he could have been paid down there. Umpire said play on. And there's Sol. Little handball out and they work it out again. Bailey's been everywhere. Kicks the ball towards Hewlett, who takes the mark at half forward.
Meehan does not look interested going down back.
Not at all.
Went to ground too easy then.
So Hewlett looking for Dennis Lane, sets himself here. Good play, Mullins over the back. Ferraro went for, Sykes in fact went for the outside of the boot, then laid a big tackle on Turner. And the ball is locked in at Bonbeach's forward half again, about 20 metres directly in front of their goal.
I guarantee you when they were picking their sides, Tuesday or Thursday night, they never envisaged having Mickey Meehan or Meehan playing down back.
So Hickey, he got the stoppage, gave it to Mullins, who kicks it up towards half forward. Flannery went back and took a nice mark. So Jacob Flannery goes in short, nice. They're just not wasting the footy at all, are they? As a big kick now comes from Williams to the top of the square. Pack flies. Who's at the fall of it? Trow. Little handball. Gilrenoof, right foot snap. Oh, luck's a fortune. Trent Dennis Lane, right place, right time, takes the mark in front of Mullins, and there was nothing Mullins could do about that.
No, sometimes you're just having a day out, aren't you? When he was going for goal, definitely. Miscued it and hits Dennis Lane straight in front. So one of those unfortunate days so far for Edith Vale.
In its own way, on a smaller scale, this is like the Sereno Rosebud game last week. Because one side's dominating, the other side just can't score.
Trent Dennis Lane comes in for goal number 3 and kicks it. Kicks the goal, and they've got 6 on the board, 6-4-40. Bonbeach, Edith Vale yet to score. We've played 15 and a half minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Remember our gala evening for a special viewing of A Place to Call Home, Peninsula Cinema, Sorrento, September the 8th. Door prizes for the best dressed. Go to rppfm.com.au today to reserve your ticket.
So it's a one-sided affair at the moment. We've played a quarter and a half, almost 16 minutes gone on the Mornington Peninsula Brewery scoreboard, and it's 6 goals to Zippo, and there is another one. Just could not win the footy, and out they go again. Hogan playing like a rover now. He's got somebody on the outside. It's Hewlett. Hewlett runs inside 50 and sets sail and kicks another one. It's an avalanche.
When you're hot, and they're crying out to get a centre clearance, crying out to get one. They get the first hands on the ball to Stevie Mannix, and he slips over, and then the ball spills out, and then the ruckman picks it up, and they get a goal. It's not their day, is it? They need to regroup at half time. I mean, yeah, it's just not their day though.
7-4-46 to nothing. It is at the 16-minute mark of this second quarter.
26 inside 50s to 4 for the match.
And that's on the David Bark Appliances statistics there from Michael Voss as Vassilo lays the tackle inside.
Hewlett's got his third opponent now.
So, Meehan was never going to work.
No, not if you're not interested.
Yeah, he was far from interested.
So the ball spills down again. Tackle without it there is Stevie Mannix. Surely a free kick. This time he's got one. Trow could have given away 50 metres but didn't. So Mannix kicks the ball long up towards up towards centre half forward. Nobody could take the mark. Jeremy Hayes tries to create something in there. Ball goes forward. Umpire's found a free kick down the ground against Mark Douglas. And here's the first opportunity for the Dales with a relayed free kick.
Just dealt with after the footy there, Hayes.
So the free kick to Edith Vale Aspendale. We have a shot for goal from about 25 metres, slide angle. It's Charlie Martello, who is a notable goal kicker for Edith Vale Aspendale. So walks in now. This to kick their first goal. We've played 18 minutes in the second quarter and they finally get one. Hopefully that gives them a bit of lift.
18 minutes into the second quarter for their first goal.
But they've got one. Which is positive, and I would have thought that they would have tried to get themselves up and about a little bit more. 1 goal straight, 6 points. Bonbeach 7-4-46. We've seen stranger things happen in finals footy as Meehan heads defence again.
You're tipping rope-a-dope, are you?
Yeah.
Just get them in and tire them out and then come over the...
Correct. Yeah.
But it's just not working out. Even it's not working out for Edith Vale.
Bussey versus Hogan in the middle of the ground. It was Bussey who won it. Then he gets well tackled there by Vassilo. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. Centre of the ground here. Car Street Oval. Sun is out. Blue sky. Crowd is good. Ball hits the deck. Trying to bust his way through was Neville. Bussy ends up with Mannix. Left foot kick up towards half forward. There he is again though. Manane was able to just give it off to Sol. Ball smothered. He's got some time to go back. He coughed it up though. Elliot Maguire couldn't get it. He has another shot. Martello's in there as well. There's Clark. Almost through it. Not sure he can handball with one arm. Umpire said play on. So they work the ball out of defence again. He almost got cleaned up. That was Benny Hogan. They worked the ball through the middle of the ground. Hogan's got it back. Clean pair of heels through the centre of the ground. Now he straightens himself up. Little short pass. Went to Ferraro. Saw something out wide. He's got to go. Casey couldn't. Well, he did. He gave it every shot, but he was chopped off. Mannix has got it now. Stevie on the outer side of the ground, wing position. Wheels around onto the right foot. This kick needs to be a good one. Martello couldn't take the mark. Recovered pretty well. Then got a handball off. Only far as Vassalo. He gets it back with the old 1-2. Up the line was a nice kick, and they just hold it up for a minute, the Bonbeach team.
They're running hard, Bonbeach.
They are, as they kick the ball inside 50. Look at this. Tommy Hogan's just got inside 50 on his own. Then he just dished it off. Little left foot shot at goal. McDonald gave his opponent the slip. Plays on right foot. Bender's got it.
It is perfect conditions, and I've counted 4, maybe 5 times that Todd Woodbridge has gone to ground in perfect conditions. I don't know. It's like his first choice is to go to ground.
So they've kicked their 8th goal. And it might be a change of boots because it is sticky out there. I was out there before the game and certainly sticky, but
not that much.
Probably not an ideal matchup.
He's probably got sneakers on, Paddy. 8-4, 52 to 1 straight 6. 46 points the difference. 20 and a half gone in this second quarter.
Is that the tennis reference there with the sneakers, with the Todd Woodbridge? He's got the Dunlop volleys on.
Touche. Ball hits the deck. Mannix. Stevie Mannix has done all right since he's gone in there. Ball pops out again. There's Trowell. He attacks the footy. Ball's going to come spilling out. Vassalo. He overran it. Attacking it. There's Bussy. Goes with the don't argue. Comes out to the members' wing position. Foot race on. All Bonbeach. So they've got some time to pick up the footy and assess. Little left foot was like a Bailey. Jeremy Hayes.
That was straight in the chops.
So Gary Carpenter spotted it too. Not happy with Jeremy Hayes about that one as the ball goes towards half forward. Hewlett. Good play. Trowell tapped it down to Hewlett. Hewlett runs inside 50. Has a look and kicks another one. And they're all going to get to Hayes, I reckon. No, they're not. They're going to get to Flannery, who was the one who started that in the back half. And another easy goal.
He's been massive on Hewlett, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? Well, he's kicked 2. They've got 3 multiple goal kickers, Bonbeach. Trent Dennis-Lane's kicked 3. Hewlett and Shane McDonald have kicked 2 each.
They're 3 keys, really.
Correct.
Jeez, and their drive off half back, though, I think James Manane has been playing a ripper game. Hogan and Flannery off half back, and we haven't really even cited Gary Carpenter. They're getting so much drive off those sort of lesser names.
Absolutely. As the ball comes down again, knocked off the footy there was Justin Bennett. Goes towards Flannery again, who won it. And there's Manane. Kicks it out there to Bailey. If he gets it, he's off. Harris is hot on his hammer. Kicks the ball inside. Where's Hewlett? Ball goes over the back. Carlin. Sweeping handball up towards the boundary line. Put his teammate Harris under all sorts of pressure. Then he gets laid with a big tackle. And once again, Bonbeach able to lock it into their half of the ground. What are the inside 50s, Vossi?
14 to 5 this quarter.
Thanks to Rye Hotel. So the ball comes back into play again. Bussy won it easily. Vassalo, he want the ball over the line. He does. 9-4-58. Bonbeach, Edithvale 1 straight 6. We've played 23 minutes in this second quarter.
Certainly not what we predicted, gentlemen.
No,
No, not at all.
at all.
Me, I took Bonbeach, boys. Look at the record, it's in there.
Oh, relax, Michael.
Just chill out.
I'll give myself a pat on the back for that.
7 goals they've booted, Bonbeach, in this quarter. And as we said, you can be live streaming this afternoon. You can listen to it and you can live stream it on RPP Footy on Facebook or YouTube, RPPFM. As they go forward again, just trying to get a handball out. Looking there for Justin Bennett. Can he keep the ball in? No, he can't. And the boundary umpire says, give it to me. We'll throw the ball back into play. 50-metre line, outer side of the ground for the Sharks. They lead by 52 points. Ball hits the deck. Mannix with his head over the footy. Not a clean handball, but it was good enough to get it into space. Little kick comes out there. Wasn't great by Dermot Cleary, and the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
One stat we're not keeping, but I wouldn't mind knowing, is missed tackles, because Bonbeach just seemed to just break the tackle so easy today.
Ball goes up towards half forward. There's Craig Ray, tried to kill the contest over the back, left his opponent at ground level. He's able to lay the tackle though, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
Spoiled his own man then, Craig Ray.
He did.
And had his name written all over that. Was going to take an uncontested mark and came up and spoiled it.
Yeah, I think you sort of, there's no sort of cohesion with Edithvale's game today.
So Hewlett in the ruck up against Bussey. Ball spills down. Casey goes over the top to Trowell. Trowell had a ping at goal, went across the face, and it went out of bounds on the full. So it'll be Tommy Turner to take the free kick. Shane McDonald stands the mark. Tommy Turner hasn't had a lot of it today either. He's had plenty of mates though, as the ball comes up towards Gary Carpenter. They just flew and took an uncontested mark on his 50-metre line. He should think about going back and having a ping. He's deciding it now.
For Solo, just short here, looking for Solo. Easy.
And he's going to him now. And you spotted a mile away. You did, Pat. And Vassilo's got the ball about 48 metres. There's Sykes running into space now. Clark's thinking, well, was anyone going to pick him up? Because I'm trying to stand a mark here. So Gavin Vassilo comes in, has a shot for goal. I reckon he's nailed her. Is he going to get touched on the line? Touched on the line, Bussey, who came across and spoiled that one. So 9-5-59, plays one straight 6, 25 and a half minutes gone in this second quarter. And it's been all Bonbeach. So it'll be Meehan to bring the ball back into play. Taps it to himself, boots the ball in, long. He wants Bussey. Wiley's at the front. Punched away by Douglas. Ferraro crashed through. There's Flavelle. First time we've seen him and called his name this afternoon. Goes out wide. Elliot Maguire. Can he gather it? He does now. Needs some support. He's got it on the outside. It's Craig Ray. He's got someone running for him. Kel Van Dyke, if he can get it to him. Couldn't though. Wasn't a great kick. But Van Dyke, oh, fantastic play there by Bonbeach. Defenders, I'll pick that player up in a minute. But that was tremendous play. They're getting around to him now. It was Jack Williams. And Van Dyke just seemed to burn him off in a 3-metre spurt. But Williams come again and laid the tackle as he was having a ping at the goals. So right forward pocket. Ball spinning back into play. Jones in the ruck. Got it down. Plenty of players around the contest. You'll be lucky to get out of there. Umpire gave them an opportunity, but at the 26.5-minute mark, the ball just 20 metres out from Edithvale Aspendale's goal. 9-5-59. Edithvale one straight 6. Ball comes down again. Timmy Mannix pulled a player to the ground. Didn't have possession of the footy. Neville goes with a right foot snap that was well smothered. So Bonbeach defenders under a little bit of pressure, but they're holding up okay right now.
I'd love to go into half time with another one here, wouldn't it? Or with one quick one here, wouldn't they, Hedias?
Absolutely.
That'd be massive.
Just a little bit of a momentum lifter as they go into the break, you're right. As Dylan Jones, Wiley, got plenty of numbers. Oh, gee, Stevie Mannix went charging through but went without the footy. So Stack's on the mill again, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. A bit of how do you do happening off the ball.
At least they're halving these stoppages. They're not just, the ball's not just walking out as it was for most of this quarter.
So up they go again. Jones got the tap. Jackson Soul almost got his foot to it. Ball spills towards the boundary line. Happy to let it go was Brad Sykes. Wolf Lavelle calling for a deliberate. Umpire didn't want a bar of it. So in the right forward pocket, it'll be brought back into play. And it's Dylan Jones against Wiley. No one got a decisive tap. There's the siren. What a wonderful half of footy from a Bonbeach Football Club. 9-5-59 leading Edithvale at half-time. One straight 6. That quarter went for 27 and 48. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with a half-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now on 1300 My Telstra. That's 1300 698 357.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from morning to Peninsula produce. beverages. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Balnarring. Phone 0359832597. When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 201.
Oh yes, every breath you take, and a bit of DJ work there, Paddy Swain. But well, Edith Vale would have been looking to be sucking in a bit of,
I think
doing a bit of breathing at half time.
Graham Yates would have been having some big deep breaths, I think. Yeah.
Well, they have won something today. They won the longest kick competition. So Zach O'Neill kicked at 60 metres. So they're pretty happy that they've got some sort of grand final representation next week if things don't change here, Paddy.
Well done there, Zach.
It was, but we're back in the centre of the ground again here, and it's 9-5-59. You've noticed something already, Pat?
Well, yeah, we said about the Timmy Mannix, not having an impact on ball. He started at full forward. Bussy started in the ruck. I'm not even sure where Wiley is, if Wiley's off the ground, but they had to change things up in that middle. Yeah,
Wiley's in the ruck and Bussy's right in there with him. So we're in the centre of the ground still. They've got a long way to claw their way back, Edith Vale Aspendale. They need to make a stand right now. 9-5-59 to 1 straight 6. Up they go, Dylan Jones. He's been a power in the ruck. Certainly was in the first half. Ball hits the deck. Trying to extract it out is Stevie Mannix again. He tried to give them something and give them a spark in that second quarter, didn't he, Pat?
Yeah, he did, and he slipped over at one stage when he got the ball in the centre clearance there. See, Darcy Wilkes up the ground there, which is a much better move for them.
So we're still in the centre of the ground. Goes to ground was Gary Carpenter. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. So Edith Vale just working it by centimetres at the moment towards the Carr Street end. The end they're kicking in this third quarter.
And Van Dyke's, they've scrapped that move. Van Dyke's up on the wing where he probably should have started the game.
So up they go again. It was an avalanche of goals to Bonbeach in the second quarter. They need the first at least. As Maguire just sold some candy, kicks the ball towards the 50-metre line. Meehan, dot front position, Flavel. This is better from him, front and centre he was this time. Little handball comes into Neville. He ducked around a couple, goes towards goal. All Bonbeach getting back though as Sykes wants to keep the ball in. Had plenty of time, and then he liked something he saw with Justin Bennett. Defensive 50, Jackson Casey's got it. Plays on immediately. Dylan Jones playing like a rover. That's why he's the Team of the Year ruckman. Kicks the ball towards half forward. Hewlett had 3 to beat, and he wanted the boundary line, and he got exactly what he was after.
I think Bonbeach kicked 7 goals, 1 against us in the second quarter last week as well. He's done exactly the same thing, 7-1. Straight kicking is very good.
I like Craig Ray a lot better on Owen Hewlett. Matches up a little bit better in around the ground too, I think.
Yeah, when it hits a deck.
So Clark, he won that stoppage, and then a couple of don't argues. Dustin Martin style kicks the ball towards 50. Meehan's got to get involved in the contest, but Douglas just went back with a fly to the ball and took a nice mark.
Really looks disinterested, doesn't he, Paddy?
He's either sore, injured, or he hasn't had a good final series.
Jack Williams kicks it out towards Vassalo. He laid the tackle though. It was good play by him in the end. Mullins thought about going backwards, and he probably should have done that. As a coach, you always say go with the first option, Pat. He didn't.
He overthought it.
Gary Carpenter's got it now for Bonbeach. Half back. Kicks the ball out towards Sol. They've got the numbers again. Here's Sykes. Likes to tuck the footy under the arm. Goes towards the centre. Too much time to do what he wanted on that occasion. Hewlett, he was pushed off it. Going back there was Van Dyke. Sweeping handball. Came there from Dermot Cleary, and now Wiley kicks it towards half forward. This time Maguire, big heave-ho in the back. Mannix gets the advantage, kicks the ball long. Flavel, can he take the mark? On his hammer there is Flannery. Held him off the footy. Flavel, good, very, very, very good. Just tapped it.
No, he's got the goal.
He's got the goal.
Yep.
Jeez,
he stayed in the contest really well then, didn't he?
Didn't he? What?
Stayed in that contest like he should have been. Like fallen over, but he did. Yeah, he kept his feet really well. He's a strong little player. She's just noticed something then too with Gil Renouf's effort there, with the chasing effort there. It just didn't look anywhere near at the level, and I think hopefully Bonbeach hasn't put the cue in the rack.
So Will Flavel kicks the second goal. Charlie Martello with the other one. We said Edith Vale need to kick the first goal of the third quarter, and they've done that. It took them 4 minutes. But they're on the board. 2 straight 12. Bonbeach 9-5-59. In the centre again. Jones been dominating in there.
Now, Wiley's playing as a ruck rover, fellas. Wiley is a big-bodied midfielder.
Well,
I'm
that's
not sure about that. Yeah.
You would have him in the ruck, wouldn't you, and have Bussy as the ruck rover?
Yeah,
Maybe make a lot more sense.
Maybe Wiley will do the stoppages around the ground and leave Bussy to be the midfielder in the centre clearances. There he goes there.
He needed to do something, though, did Graham Yates, and he has. So he can't be accused of not moving things around at half-time as Bussy kicks the ball long, lurking at the back. They got the numbers there. Flavell was there. Flannery, he got pole-waxed. A great tackle down there. And now it's Stacks on the mill, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. But better entry again from Edithvale Aspendale.
And obviously the smaller forward line now, it's imposing a bit more of a threat than what Meehan and Bussy or Wiley was doing.
With putting Wiley and Bussy on the ball, Meehan's going to have to stand up. You know, that kick came from like a 50-metre kick in. We need a mark.
Free kick's going to go down there towards Liam Harris. Got his head ripped off.
He's going to be sore. You sleep well tonight, Liam Harris.
Yeah, he is.
It's a big day.
This will be rewarding for efforts, though, Liam Harris. He was probably their best player in the first half of footy. He's been fantastic today so far, so it'll be rewarding for effort if he can kick this one.
So Liam Harris will have a shot for goal from about 35 metres. He's got the angle, but kickable from there, comes in, and he pushes it across the face of goal. He just did not look comfortable at all, I don't reckon, at any stage.
They needed that one.
They did. 2-1-13. Edithvale, Bonbeach 9-5-59. 5.5 gone, third quarter. 46 points the difference. I reckon I can hear Kenny Soul out there as Gary Carpenter takes the mark.
Oh, no, Rowan.
What's that for?
No, he called it shepherding in the ruck. That's disgraceful. Sorry, Rowan.
So, free kick. You're allowed to say what you like when you're commentating, Paddy. You can't get fined. Kel Van Dyke kicks it up there towards Timmy Mannix. Oh, he got ripped off the footy. Let that one go. There might have been the square up. Gary Carpenter took the hit. Was good play. Little kick inside. Needed to be good. Wiley chopped it off for Edithvale Aspendale. Squares things up. That was a nice kick too, and it's Harris again. Kicks the ball inside. Much better. And taking the mark there is Matty Clark for Edithvale, and he'll have a shot for goal from about 50. No, he plays on. Oh. And you can tell by the special comments, boys, it wasn't a great kick. Ball goes over the line out of bounds, right forward pocket.
They look sluggish, Bonbeach. They might have, been a bit excited at half time, but they're definitely not running on top of the ground like they were in that first half.
Yeah, a bit flat-footed, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they've locked the ball back inside, Edithvale Aspendale, and Steve Hughes has got the runner out, talking to a few players out there. It's time to lift their game a little bit, snap out of it. No one decisive in the ruck. Timmy Mannix, he attacked that footy with purpose. Flannery's got to go off the ground. He does, needs some support. He's got it there from Williams. Kicks it now. There's a free kick. It's going to go there to Bonbeach.
Downfield to Bonbeach, yep.
Should be. Trent Dennis Lane will get the free kick. No, they are going back. So it'll go to Brad Sykes, who's got the footy? Jack Williams it is, and he's got the footy. Timmy Mannix take the mark. Brad Sykes has got it now. Inside defensive 50, goes out wide, finds Bailey, who's got the ball at half back for the Sharks. Dylan Jones moving. Mark taken down there by Ferraro. Outer side of the ground, kicks the ball now inside 50. Pack flies, McDonald should have stayed down, opted to go up. There goes Todd Woodbridge again. He's fallen over for the 8th time in this match. And the umpire will come in and bounce. So the quick transition again, geez, a bit happening off the ball there. Shane McDonald up to his eyeballs in it. 2-1-13 to 9-5-59. 46 points the difference.
Inside 50s this quarter, Vossi?
6-1 in favour of Edithvale.
Ball hits the deck. Jones lays the tackle. Can't get out of there. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw the ball up again. 59-13, 8:33 on the clock. That is on the Mornington Peninsula Brewery scoreboard. Up they go again. Jones. It was Wiley who got the tap. Tapped it down. There's Tyrrell. Usually good in these situations. Vassalo kicks the ball inside. That was a good-looking kick. Ball hits the deck, players jump on top of it, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
At least they're starting to win a few of the 50-50s, Edithvale. They did lose that stoppage then, but they're starting to at least win a few 50-50s. It might give them a bit of a sniff.
So we're about 30 metres out from Bonbeach's goal. There's a clearance now. Kicks it out long. Dylan Jones again. Geez, he's been sensational this afternoon. Takes the mark at half forward and sends the ball back deep inside 50. Hewlett with a couple to beat. Ball hits the deck. Clark, he's up against Casey. Great tackle on him. Or is it Jeremy Hayes? It's one of the two.
No, it's Clark.
So Clark has really lifted his performance in this third quarter as well. Had his hands on the footy quite a few times. Goes up there towards Maguire, who took the mark. It was a 50-50. They're out now. There's Liam Harris. He's got something out wider. Kicks it long. Mullins running into space. Can he get there? Yes, he can.
Good mark. Good build-up, actually.
He had to stretch, and that was a 50-50 kick that in the first half did not come off, and he's gone for it this time, and it paid off beautifully.
Exactly what I was about to say in that first half. It was the kicks that they were, the exact same entries that they were trying to get through the forward line and trying to roll the dice, and they just weren't coming off, but it's clearly come off well there.
So Mark Mullins, long way from defence, and he kicks the goal. So they've booted their third Edith Vale, 3-1-19 to 9-5-59, back to 40 points. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
Coming to you live on RPP FM 98.7, 98.3, but also you can watch the vision as well, RPP Footy on Facebook and RPP FM on YouTube.
So what's your centre clearance? Bussy, look at Wiley. Wiley's taken for solo as a ruck rover.
So Bussy won the tap to Mannix, couldn't get a clear kick to it. Crashing through was Vassilo. There's Maguire, wins it. Kicks the ball out wide, looking for Meehan. He's got Douglas with him, got rid of him, but the ball went past them both and over the line now to bounds.
It's madness, isn't it, Paddy? I mean, like, generally, if you're going to play that role with, you know, Bussy, say he's going to ruck in the centre contest and Wiley will do the ruck work around the ground, you'd still start like Wiley at centre half forward and just have a midfielder run to centre half forward and do that swap. So interesting to see. It's clearly working because they've won each centre clearance this quarter.
I think he's just playing a purely negating role and just keeping Vasolo or McDonald or whoever's in there, just keeping them off the contest. So it's basically like a 2-on-2 once the ruckman goes up.
Yeah.
But the EFL has actually started this first 10 minutes is running on top of the ground, and Bonbeach looked the sluggish ones. I mentioned that chase by Gil Renouf, and I thought that just didn't look right from how it looked in the first half. So, yeah, maybe, and this is probably a bit of exercise science here, but maybe the EFL boys haven't recovered from last week's game until now. You have to do X amount of Ks to be fully recovered, and maybe it's taken them a half to recover from last week.
So the ball comes back into play again. Little kick off the ground. Geez, he went through there. Was Sol. Little kick. Chopped off. Oh, free kick. There's against McDonald. Geez, they're into it too.
No, just take the free, EFL.
Yeah, that's it.
Take the free.
No need to get into it all, but he looks a bit sore down there. We'll pick up that player in a minute.
That's little Flavel.
It is.
A little fella from the Rugrats.
The smallest fella on the field.
He is from the Rugrats too. So, Will Flavel has already kicked a goal this quarter. It was a good one. Snap around the body, one-on-one. Won the contest, didn't go to ground. And here's an opportunity. Geez, he's got a long way back. That is a massive run-up.
He likes to kick goals on the run, so maybe he's going to have a full steam ahead.
Well, if you're watching the vision, he's about 70 metres out at the moment, but he's actually going to kick for goal from about 30. So he's got a 40-metre run-up here, Will Flavel. But this is an important kick, a really important kick. Comes in for his second goal for the afternoon. He liked it the minute it left the boot. And a bit of energy coming alive now for Edith Vale. 4-1-25 to 9-5-59. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Heritage Tavern is a 1930s house set on 2 acres of beautiful gardens and serving tasty meals and drinks from morning to Peninsula produce. The Heritage Tavern, 3059 Frankston Flinders Road, Belnering. Phone 0359832597.
So they're up and about, Paddy.
Up and about, and they've kicked the 3 goals in a row, which is really important, and they're still sticking with this structure. Mannix and Wiley, and it is working. They're getting the clearances. Here we go again.
And Stevie Mannix again it was after a Bussy tap out. Kicks it long. Great play, Meehan. Gunning back with the fly to the ball. There's Mullins in there as well.
So Mullins has gone forward.
He has.
He threw the magnets around, didn't he?
Well, it's worked so far. It's back to 34 points the difference. The margin, of course, was 53 at half-time as Wiley won the tap. Timmy Mannix tries to crash his way out. He's held up, and the ball will be thrown up again. 35 metres out from Edith Vale's goal. Kicking towards the Carr Street end. Right foot snap at goal.
Harris, that was.
It was. He's looking dangerous, as Lockie said, all afternoon for Edith Vale Aspendale, but he kicked that one out in the bounds in the full. 14 and a half gone in this third quarter. 4-1-25 Edith Vale, Bonbeach 9-5-59, Mornington Peninsula Brewery scoreboard.
9 inside 50s to 1 for the quarter, boys. Sorry.
You got Caramello stuck in the roof of your mouth.
No. 9-1 in favour of the Edith Vale. They only had 7 in the first half, but they've already done more than doubled that so far this quarter.
Told you a million times, Vossi, don't speak when you got 3 Caramello koalas in your gob. As the ball comes out, especially when there's one stuck to the roof of your mouth. So, umpire Rowan David comes in and says, give the footy to me, boys. Outer side of the ground, 60 metres out from Edith Vale's goal. Wiley in the ruck, tapped it down. Bonbeach able to clear the contest. Ball goes over the line and out of bounds. So a boundary throw in front of the Brian Mace grandstand.
Probably need another one now. They don't need a stalemate. They don't need just half stoppages or slow play. EFL need to really make a bit of hay while the sun's shining here.
So Hogan in the ruck, up against Wiley. Hogan won it down. McDonald just crashed his way through, gave a handball off to Manane, who kicks the ball towards half forward. Toddy Woodbridge, can he keep his feet this time? No, he doesn't. He went to ground too easy again. Ball spills out there towards Gil Renouf. He's going to get tackled. Nice tackle on him it was from Charlie Martello. And the ball goes over the line out of bounds.
He needs a new pair of boots, Toddy Woodbridge. He is really struggling. That's probably the 10th time he's gone to ground.
He can't keep his feet, and he'll get the nickname Autumn Leaves if he keeps doing that.
So the ball comes back into play again. Hogan at the front. Jackson Casey could have got one across the chops. Umpire said play on. Timmy Mannix working. Needs to get a handball out. Gave it to his brother Steve. There's Darcy Walk. Handballed it and he wanted to run onto it himself. That was the plan. Didn't come off. Allows Justin Bennett. Little chip kick was nice. Finds Casey. Unloads. And Toddy Woodbridge looking for the body contact there from Trent Dennis Lane. I'm not sure that was good, but he was able to stop him from taking the mark. And the ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward, member side of the ground. 34 points the difference in favour of Bonbeach.
They've pushed that extra midfielder up again, and now Carpenter's free across the back, which I wouldn't be happy with.
McDonald goes for the handball. Spills out. Justin Bennett tries to keep the ball in. Eventually it goes over the line and out of bounds. No, it doesn't. Somehow it stayed in. Brad Tagg, now he takes that over.
He hasn't had a big day, Tagg, has he?
No, not at all. So the umpire throw the ball back into play again.
Good to see Bussy coming back on.
Yeah, they need him on the ground.
Yeah.
He was the one that almost single-handedly helped him out as Jackson Casey. He tries to just charge his way through. He was getting nowhere, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. 25, Edith Vale, Bonbeach 59, 17 and a half gone in this third quarter.
Yeah, we talked about momentum and changing structures. See, now Bonbeach has brought McDonald onto the ball because Edith Vale's going so well, which then mucks up their forward structure.
Ball spills out. Tagg tries to crash his way through. Did so. Stevie Mannix kicks the ball up towards half forward. There's Mullins who takes the mark, and Flavel, the foot race is on. Look at this. Bussy and Flavel, they're going to help each other here. Oh, Flavel, it was a shocking bounce. It allowed Douglas to come in. They did everything right then. Edith Vale Aspendale umpire said the ball was over the line out of bounds.
That was exciting though, wasn't it? See, they're running on top of the ground now, Edith Vale.
Lucky it was Flannery that was running with them, probably one of Bonbeach's quickest players.
How about Bussy? I mean, 6'8" and
yeah, he's lightning.
Was outrunning Flavel then.
So they got it wrong in the end, I reckon. Flavel should have laid the shepherd and let Bussy keep going. So the ball spills out.
Oh.
Clark, right foot kick. It was a barrel, and he's locked it inside the right forward pocket. For Edith Vale Aspendale, they've kicked the last 3 goals of this game. 4-1-25, Bonbeach 9-5-59. So they haven't scored in this quarter, Bonbeach. What are their inside 50s in comparison? We'll get that in a minute as the ball comes a little right foot snap. They got another one, and it come from Clark. The handball came out there from Neville, and Clark nailed the goal, and that's 4 in a row. 5-1-31. to 9-5-59. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year, and station sponsor.
So we're back to 28 points, the difference. And Edithvale Aspendale have kicked 4 goals, 1 in this quarter, and Bonbeach haven't scored. We've played 19 and a half minutes. Geez, another one before three-quarter time would make things very interesting if you're Edithvale Aspendale. There's Shay McDonald. He's moved forward again. He was pushed off the footy there by Tommy Turner, was good. There's Van Dyke, goes out wide. Charlie Martello moves for him now. He wants the ball out of bounds, I reckon, because he's going to get tackled. He is. There was 3-on-1.
That was the first centre clearance, I reckon, that Bonbeach has won this quarter. I could be wrong, but it's the first one that hasn't had Wiley in as that big-bodied midfielder. It's interesting, isn't it?
So Bussey's in the ruck. And Dylan Jones will go up against him. The umpire's found a free kick. I think Gary Carpenter said he was going to take the ruck. And there's some confusion out there. So
throw it in again.
And it's going to be... I'm not sure what's going on.
It's being thrown in again, but I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
I reckon Gary Carpenter
said he was going to ruck.
Nominated the ruck, and Jones went up.
So that's a free kick, isn't it?
I thought so. So Jones is in the ruck now, up against Bussey. Bussey won that tap, goes out wide. Martello, can he break the tackle? He did, but the chalk was there and he wasn't able to keep it inside. So right in front of the Brian May stand, the umpire will throw the ball back into play. 5-1-31 Edithvale, Bonbeach 9-5-59. 21 minutes gone in this third quarter. Ball comes back into play. Jones front position, taps it down to Vassilo. Trying to crash his way through was Darcy Walk. Good work it was to Tyrrell to Vassilo. Kick inside. Carlin dropped a sitter. Then he laid a big head-high tackle on Owen Hewlett.
Had to hold that mark.
Bounced straight off his chest.
Yeah.
He was off too. If he had taken it, he could have taken it off.
He goes. This will be a good steadying goal, this for Bonbeach.
Yeah, well, as we said, it's taken 21 minutes and they haven't scored in this third quarter, and it's Owen Hewlett, who's already kicked 2 goals this afternoon. Trent Dennis Lane has 3. Shay McDonald also has a couple, so it'll be a good return for Owen if he can kick this.
It's only their 4th inside 50 for the quarter.
And against how many?
10.
Yeah, thanks to Aftercare Australasia. As the ball comes in and he kicks the goal, Owen Hewlett. That's the steadier that I'm looking for. 10 goals, 565, plays 5-1-31 on the Mornington Peninsula Brewery scoreboard, and that's number 3 for Hewlett.
Geez, that skill error. Like, essentially it's a chest mark. Take that chest mark, and the ball's probably up on the wing somewhere. Drop it, give away a free kick, and it's a goal, and just coach killer. It is a coach killer.
So the ball's back in the centre of the ground again, and the Sharks are back out to a 5.5 goal lead, 34 points the difference. 22 minutes and 17 seconds gone in this third quarter. Preliminary final winner, of course, plays YCW next week. Ball hits the deck. Clark with his head over it. Jackson Casey trying to work his way out. It's getting out, and eventually the umpire says, "Give it to me, boys." Centre of the ground here at Carr Street Oval. Good play there by Dylan Jones. Tapped it down, ran through. Without the footy was Dermot Cleary. Head over the footy there was Campitelli. Big head-high tackle there. The umpire in the wrong spot to see that one. Gary Carpenter trying to extract it out. Good play it was by Angus Maguire. Ball spills out. Harris got one high.
Trying to get Wiley back on the ground. They need to get him on, don't they?
Yep. That was the structure that worked for them. Saw them kick 4 goals in a row.
And was just, they were absolutely dominating clearance, wasn't it? And after that centre clearance, he just set himself up. And Bonbeach were really struggling when they were going forward because he was just sitting in that hole.
So
that's another drop marked out by Bennett then.
Little comes out. Maguire goes to Harris out wide. Kicks the ball inside. Meehan flew. Couldn't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Jeremy Hayes is in there trying to extract it out. Flavel lurking around as well. And eventually the umpire will come in and throw it up. Umpire Rowan David, about 35, 40 metres out from Edithvale's goal, as I said. Would love another one with a bit of momentum before three-quarter time. Ball hits the deck. Meehan, head over the footy. Couldn't bend down.
He's got to be sore.
He couldn't bend down. He could not bend.
No. not at all. And even that marking contest, he couldn't really get off the ground. So, yeah, they need him to step up, though. He's got to forget about any injuries he's got. He needs to have an impact on this game now.
So Jones versus Meehan. Jones won the tap. Little kick comes out. Was smothered off the boot. Darcy Walk runs to the boundary line. Hot on his hammer was Jack Williams, and eventually the ball rolls over and out of bounds.
Starting to lead Bonbeach to the ball, though, in a lot of instances now, Edithvale. They're starting to get their running game going, and Bonbeach have probably gone back a gear.
Ball comes back into play. Meehan in the ruck again. Jones won it. Ball gets tapped down. Douglas, right foot snap. Darcy Walk gave it to Neville. Snaps it around the body. Goes inside 50. Bussy! He's come over the back. It almost killed Meehan.
Did you see Dylan Jones caught one in the chops too when he's come back up, which was all fair.
So Bussy came in and took a huge mark for Edithvale. And he'll go back and have a shot for goal from about 40 metres, almost directly in front. This will make it interesting. Bonbeach were able to get the steady up, and if Edithvale Aspendale can answer, it'll be a good quarter. 5-1-31 plays 10-5-65 on the Mornington Peninsula Brewery scoreboard. We're right behind this one. Bussy started it right. It was ugly, and it stayed out there.
Ugly off the ball drop. Was indeed.
Interesting to see. I mean, you mentioned before, Paddy, that Wiley was going to come back on, and they've taken him back to the bench.
Yeah, I think
now he's
what
coming
worked
back
is his quick little blow, but Bussy looks a bit tired in the ruck as well with the body work with DJ, so he needs to, with Jones, so he needs to get it back out there.
Bussy takes another mark. The umpire said play on. It was touched. Goes it down towards Mannix. Not sure what Mannix was doing there, Stevie.
Had more time.
Talk, Stevie Mannix is saying, but he probably wouldn't have handball. Yeah, he's really sore. Bussy, keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
So Dylan Jones now gets a handball out. Carpenter gives it off to Casey. Running through the middle there's Justin Bennett. He's got someone outside and wide. It's Jack Williams. Can he pick it up? He did. Oh, Bussy just dropped a big elbow. And the umpire, what's he going to do here? It's downfield and it's against Bussy. And the free kick's going to go there towards McDonald, who has a ping at goal. Geez, they wasted that Vassilo and McDonald.
Some tired boys out there. Both sides are looking quite tired now. Might be like the bit of heat. Probably one of the hottest days we've had. This, with the sun shining and that sort of stuff.
For the last 6 months.
Yeah.
2 minutes left in the quarter, boys.
Oh, geez, they kept the ball just inside there. And Van Dyke goes long. Lucks a fortune. Craig Ray just waits for a runner. Gets it now. Darcy Walk kicks the ball up the line. Geez, that was a shocking kick.
Probably had more time to get, run further with the ball.
Yep, no doubt. And it was well chopped off there. Flannery and Ferraro doing the job for Bonbeach defensively. So on the members' wing, ball spinning back into play. Wiley back on the ground. Good play, Timmy Mannix, just to try and push it forward. It's hard and tough in the clinches down there. Contested footy. So the umpire will throw the ball up on the wing position here at Frankston Park. Members side of the ground, 66 plays 32. Timmy Mannix wants to get the ball out, does to Neville. Swings it out wide. Oh, he should have given the handball off there. It was Dermot Cleary. Got a kick to it though, goes towards half forward. There's Meehan, right foot snap, kicks it to the goal square. One out, Clark trying to get free. He was held onto, I thought. Ooh. And Bussy got fenced as well there by Sol. And the ball rolled through for a behind. So another one, 5-7-37, plays 10-6-66.
With Edithvale rolling that extra midfielder up to a stoppage, their method can't be to go straight forward out of the stoppage because it's just plain that Gary Carpenter who's affected that contest or Ferraro will affect the contest. They need to go lateral or run it out with handball.
So the ball comes back into play. That's not a great kick. It's gone out of bounds on the full. And the free kick's going to go to Bussy, is it? Or is it going to go to Neville? I think it might be Neville's free kick. Bussy wants it. He looks sore though, Bussy. He's going to have a shot for goal from about 50. If his last kick's any indication, he won't get the journey. Kicks it to the top of the square now. He needs a fly. Pack does fly. They made sure they killed the contest though. Dylan Jones smashed it over. And a rush behind there to Edithvale Aspendale. So they move on to 5-5, is it? Or 5-4, 34 to 10-6-66.
And they just haven't been able to kick the next goal. They needed to keep building on that momentum that they had. The goal at Hewitt probably hurt them.
So they bring the ball back into play again through Tyrrell. Goes out wide. It was a nice kick. And he finds Manane. He took a nice mark as well on the outer side of the ground. So they've regained control, I reckon, Bonbeach, as they unleash now from half-back. Kick the ball up the line. Wiley went over his head. Dylan Jones just sold some candy. Then that was a beautiful executed kick. Kicks it to the member's side. Jack Williams, does the ball sit? He's got something inside. It's Douglas. Oh, he coughed it up, Douglas. But well done, Meehan. He laid the tackle. They got the numbers. Jackson Casey. Now Williams has got it again, and this time kicks. Goes long. Lurking at the back there was Timmy Mannix. He lost his feet. Ball spills to ground. In there was James Hickey. Shane McDonald's in there as well for Bonbeach. And the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. So half forward for the Sharks, kicking towards the bay end in this beautiful day to be out in the boat, boys. It's magnificent out there. Dylan Jones. It was Wiley who won the tap. Left foot kick. Up there towards the wing position. That's a really good mark. No, I thought it was. There to Ben Hogan. But there's the siren. It is three-quarter time and Bonbeach are able to regain the ascendancy. 10 goals, 666. Leading AFL 5-4-34. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with the halftime wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. I just want to let you know, NBN is coming to the Mornington Peninsula, and all of our team are here to help.
Call us now.
Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in Rosebud, where top brands cost you less. Giving 27 years of trusted local service, David Bark Appliances, more local than the footy. Check the David Bark website, 1263 Point Nepean Road, Rosebud, 5986 5544.
So let's hope we've got a cracking last quarter. We want AFL to kick the first 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. That'll make things interesting.
And Wiley is still back to the big body midfielder, which is good.
So up they go again. Bussy got up, but it was Dylan Jones who won the tap. Laying the tackle there, Timmy Mannix, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again.
This is an interesting one now. So the centre bounce up. Who takes the ruck tap now? Does Wiley take it or does Bussy take it? See, Wiley takes it.
So Jones won it again though. The ball spills out the back and Jones did the roving work as well. Bussy got one high, trying to get his way out. Well tackled down there by Vassilo. Ball does spill out. Wiley lays the tackle. And the umpire says, give it to me. We'll start it again.
That's really good coaching by Graham Yates because they wouldn't have practiced that at training. He's got a half-time break to communicate that to them and tell them what he wants them to do and they're able to execute.
Good play there it was by Jack Williams, who's been very good this afternoon. Ball spills out the back. Bailey has a shot for goal. No, he doesn't. He kicked it straight down the throat of his teammate in Trent Dennis Lane. Great work, Bo Bailey.
It's an
it unfolded for him in the head, though, didn't it?
Yep.
But Todd Woodbridge just completely lost touch of Trent Dennis Lane there, which was average.
I reckon Trent Dennis Lane just not comfortable playing back.
No, Woodbridge, mate. Sorry.
Yeah,
Woodbridge. No, he said Trent Dennis Lane. Yeah. No, he's not. He's not a. He's
a wingman.
Yeah. So
Dennis Lane to come in and kick goal number 4 and does it. That was the start that Edith Vale didn't want. But it's exactly the right start for Bonbeach. 11-6-72 to 5-4-34. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula Football.
Mercedes-Benz Vans would like to congratulate Chris Thoday and the entire team at Mercedes-Benz Mornington on being awarded the 2016 Rural Dealer of the Year. Mercedes-Benz Mornington, Rural Dealer of the Year and station sponsor.
11-6-72, Bonbeach, Edith Vale 5-4-34. So first goal of the last quarter to Bonbeach. Up they go. It was Wiley this time. Stevie Mannix. They need to answer quickly. Edith Vale kicks the ball towards half forward. Ball spills out. Free kick. It's going to go to Neville. So Neville's got the footy at half forward. Needs to move it quickly. He's got some outriders. Goes out wide now. Mullins. Can he pull it in? He does.
Mark.
And then got dealt with. Wasn't a lot in it though.
Nah, it was a good mark.
Yeah, great mark.
I'd rather have, as a player, I'd rather give me the mark on the free kick. Yeah, Woodbridge on Dennis Lane. Woodbridge at a pinch is a halfback flanker. He's a natural wingman, but like that matchup's actually quite good for Hughesy.
So
missed it.
He has. He needed to kick that one. They needed to answer the challenge.
And I mean, as much as you don't want Woodbridge playing on Dennis Lane, you've really got to have Mullins down there at the moment, because as we've touched on all day, Meehan really isn't 100% and not giving his full effort. So, I mean, Mullins is really the only one that's looked like a big target down there.
Maybe they could go with Dermot Cleary though. Dermot Cleary hasn't done a lot all day. Maybe Dermot Cleary could go to Dennis Lane.
Ball comes out now. Little handball, the 1-2, Vassilo goes towards Shane McDonald. Little handball give was good. There's Bailey again. Dennis Lane versus Woodbridge. Dennis Lane wins at Woodbridge. Good play. Forced the tackle. Carlin comes into support. They want the boundary line. It stays in. Now it goes out. So Ferraro's down there giving it to Woodbridge. And no love lost down there. The kick was better then Dennis Lane was going to, he'd already given him a slip.
Yeah, he looked all at sea, didn't he?
He did. Ball hits the deck. There's Bailey again. Well tackled Stevie Mannix.
Even this set up here where he's not goal side, he doesn't quite know where to actually stand.
So the umpire will throw the ball up inside 50 for Bonbeach. 37 points the difference. Ball comes out towards half-back. Douglas was held on to. Umpire said play on. Now he gets it. Gave it to Vassilo, who kicks the ball inside 50. Woodbridge leads in the race for this one and kept his feet and gave the handball. Good play. Craig Ray kicks it towards the wing position. Going back, Dylan Jones. That was gutsy. Neville gave it to Meehan, who gave it immediately off to Tag. Tag kicks the ball long. One out in the goal square. Fell over. Needed to keep his feet. There was Clark. Kicks the ball around the corner. Goes up there towards Gil Renouf, and he was happy to see the boundary line because there was a sea of blue and white around him.
Interesting though, like too much AFL. The two AFL boys were running with their arms out wide, appealing for deliberate out of bounds, when they should have actually been going to attack the ball.
Yeah, attack that pill.
So the ball comes back into play again. Good play, Dylan Jones. Tried to bust his way through there. Was Elliot Maguire. But it was locked in, and the umpire said, give it back to me. We'll restart play. 50 metres out from Edith Vale's goal, kicking towards the bay end in this final quarter. Gary Carpenter with his head over the pill. The umpire said, give it to me again. We'll restart. We've played 5 minutes in this final quarter, and it's 6 goals the difference in favour of Bonbeach. Ball hits the deck. Plenty of numbers around the footy. Spills out. Little handball give from Tyrrell was good. Bailey.
He's starting to come into it this quarter, Bailey.
Yeah,
He's been okay, but
he's good in the first quarter and then he disappeared.
Yeah, his final series hasn't been super for a guy coming back from a higher level, but he's really starting to find probably that fitness is kicking in too.
Good signs for next week though.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dylan Jones against Wiley. Jones again won it. Carpenter. Bailey again. Kicks the ball up and under. Tag needs to stay down. Did so. Then got his head ripped off. Should have got a free kick. Not sure what the umpire was looking at. And eventually Stacks on the mill and the umpire will come in again. So a pretty scrappy start to this final quarter. 6 minutes gone. Bonbeach with the goal, the only goal in this quarter, and they lead by 37 points. Wally got up high, comes to Bussey. Can he trap it? He does. Went for the handball, wasn't great. Jack Williams went crashing through. Head over the footies, Liam Harris. He's wrapped up, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. So 35 plays 72. 6.5 gone, final quarter. Up they go. Jones got it down. Well tackled there, Gary Carpenter. And again, the umpire will come in and throw it up. And I reckon, boys, there'd be 20 players around this contest.
Yeah, it's what Bonbeach want. They want to just slow this game down for a little bit, not let Edithvale score, and then maybe score off the counter attack.
Jones, he tapped the ball down. Now it comes out. Bailey again kicks the ball. Might have been Manane. Ball marked though by Craig Ray at half back for Edithvale Aspendale. Plenty of numbers back for Bonbeach, so he's going to have to be clever with his kick. Goes up and goes straight to Gary Carpenter, went over his head. Williams kicked it up and under. Umpire said no mark. Not sure what for, but the ball's kicked by Darcy Walk. Goes long, Meehan one out, couldn't take the mark. Maguire went without it. Diving on top of the ball now is Carpenter. Now it spills out. Meehan, can he get a little handball out? He can't, he's wrapped up. And the umpire will come in and throw it up again. 50 metres out from goal.
Flavel just really not getting to the right spots at the fall of the ball at the moment. He's got lightning pace, but just not positioning himself well enough yet.
With all that congestion around, it's very hard for him.
Ball, right foot snap, Neville, top of the square, pushed out there by Mullins, up against the boundary line, little handball comes in, Edith Vale out, great play, Bonbeach, clear the footy, and there's Sykes, plays on, he's got plenty of time, Sykes, always seems to be able to get out of trouble. This wasn't a great kick, Tom Woodbridge, he lost it in the sun. Hit the deck though, and he slips over, so Trent Dennis-Lane gave it back. Now they kick it up the line. They want the boundary line, Bonbeach, because Craig Ray's the only one standing there, and he couldn't keep it in. So it was good effort there by Shane McDonald just to dribble it along the line.
Just unfortunate there, Todd Woodbridge had his name written all over it, just lost the footy in the sun just in the last couple of metres.
So certainly the heat's gone out of the game. Edith Vale need to kick a goal early. As the ball sweeping handball came from McDonald, kick inside 50, almost took the mark, couldn't, for the ball, little handball out, Dennis Lane, number 5, no. So they're in.
Vossi was right with the Edithvale tackle pressure though. They get way too many broken tackles for a side challenging for trying to get into a grand final. The ability to lock up a tackle is huge. They just don't wrap them up enough.
So brought back into play again. Owen Hewlett camped under it. Mullins, big knee in the back. Hewlett's down and sore and hurt as the ball goes up and under, out towards the wing position. That's a really good mark, Meehan. Hasn't looked like taking a mark today, but that was a rip-up. Kicks the ball long, looking for Bussey. Wasn't a great kick. Carpenter, he gives it to Jones. Another handball to Trow. Trow now to Douglas. Douglas kicks it towards half forward. Look at Hewlett. He's sore. But he's really sore.
He like jelly leg.
Yeah, he has. As he kicks the ball across the face of goal. That was a great kick. McDonald thought about giving the handball off to Ferraro. They're telling him to go back and have a shot, and now he's going to. Shane McDonald. Oh no, handballs it off to Tyrrell, who unloads. Not sure what percentage that was. One hand held there by Trent Dennis-Lane against Woodbridge. But the ball goes through for a minor score.
Not quite sure what McDonald was doing then. Could have just slowed things down and gone back, had a shot himself.
Could have gone to Bailey.
Hewlett gets wrapped up in the tackle, able to keep it locked in the area though. Brought to ground there is...
He's very sore. I'd nearly get him off. I'd nearly get him off and get Hogan. Just play Hogan at centre half forward for a bit. So Hogan in the ruck and Dylan Jones at centre half forward.
It's at that stage, Paddy. They can't really, or they're not going to lose the game from here. So it's just good to rest him for next week.
Yeah, start to manage the list.
Gil Renouf kicks it around the body. There's Ferraro, just crashed his way through. Handball comes out, tags, got it, goes inside, handballed it straight to Dylan Jones. He kicks the ball inside, there's Bailey, kicks it up and under, where's Dennis Lane? He punched the ball, must have been touched off the boot. Little quick kick, came out there from James Hickey to half forward. Manane goes backwards, Jones inside, Bailey. Takes the mark uncontested inside 50, and he'll go back and have a shot for goal from 47.
You talk about speed, like Willie Flavel is lightning. If he really wanted to, he could have sacked Manane off the back then, but he just didn't. Yeah, that speed. You can't just be fast when it's going your way. You got to be fast both ways.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same there. He just had just a 3/4 sprint at Manane then, and could have really closed him down and tackled him.
So Bo Bailey comes in. He's helped set up a couple of goals early in the match. Hasn't kicked one himself though. Comes in now and misses. So another behind for Bonbeach, 11-9-75. Edith Vale 5-5-35. 40 points the difference. 11 and a half minutes gone. So the ball into play again.
If they do get through Bonbeach, interesting for Bo Bailey because he's actually a YCW under-18 player. He's a YC junior.
That's right, he is too. Little right foot kick goes up towards half forward. There's Woodbridge, goes backwards. Needed some support and got it. Kicks the ball long towards the wing position. And they're just doing it nicely at the moment. Holding possession of the footy, the Sharks. Manane's got it, wing position, outer side of the ground. It's been good today. Kicks the ball towards the 50-metre line. McDonald's got a couple to beat. Brought the ball to ground. Neville attacked the footy hard. Tag. Looks into the centre of the ground. He's got Steve Mannix. Mannix now. He's got Liam Harris out wide. Foot races on. Good play, Jack Williams, but even better there by Harris. Took the mark. Then he runs to half forward. Little chip inside, looking for Mullins. Oh, big push in the back there from Jackson Soul. And that was a free kick every day of the week.
Just been sloppy today, Jackson Soul, hasn't he? In his efforts in his one-on-one contests.
How good is football though? Because that was so blatantly a push in the back. We hear people in the crowd go, no, because they're just so one-eyed.
So Mark Mullins has kicked a goal up against the boundary line, and he's pushed it through for a goal. I don't like the goal umpires when they sprint about 30 metres to the point post, Paddy, but he's kicked the goal, and they need a lot more of them, does Edith Vale Aspendale. That's their 6th goal for the afternoon, first goal for the quarter. It took 13 minutes, 6:5:41 to 11:9:75.
Liam Harris had a good build-up in that one too, playing on the wing. He's only a young fella. I think he's only maybe 19 years of age. He
really good size.
He's got that Kuta size about him.
He has. So up they go again. He's 21 years old.
21.
So 21 years old, 186 and 83. So yeah, nice side as they run into again. Gil Renouf just handballed it off to Trow, left foot. There's the answer. Bang, bang, bang. They're going to go into a grand final next week against Edith Vale, against Frankston YCW. Doing it nicely now, Bonbeach. They've got all the answers and they have had them. Other than that 15-minute period in the third quarter, they've been able to answer the challenge.
Straight out of the centre though, and again, like Bussey's down at the forward line. It's funny when they did something a little bit different in the centre clearances, they started to win them. Go back to their traditional setup, and Bonbeach took it away straight away.
So back in the centre of the ground, Dylan Jones in the ruck.
It's good work as Edith Vale have done since half time, Todd. They've only outscored them by 13 points, and obviously all the damage done in the first half.
No doubt. 9-5-59 to 1 straight 6 it was at half time. Ball hits the deck. Neville always in and under. Plenty of players around the footy. Jackson Casey trying to work it out of the congestion. Could have been a free kick against Kel Van Dyke down there. The umpire said, give it to me, we'll restart. 15 minutes gone, final quarter. It's going to be a Bonbeach and Frankston YCW grand final next Sunday here at Frankston Park. Geez, that's a really good tackle. Gary Carpenter on Brendan Neville.
And that's encouraging for Hughesy, you know, when he goes through the tape and you'll see this, he'll say, look, even though the game's pretty well iced, we're still applying that tackle pressure that we're going to have to do for 4 quarters next week.
So one down there again. Taken there by Shane McDonald. Screams inside. Lovely kick. Oh, it was a great kick to Tyrrell. Could have got one in the back there from Tommy Turner. I think the Bonbeach crowd thought so. Well done, Williams. No, it's Trout. And he's been good today as well. So they're up and about Bonbeach, as you would expect. They're going into a grand final. They were bang last year, weren't they, Pat? Bonbeach?
No, they beat Edith Vale in the first final, and then they went... we beat them in the first semi.
So the ball comes down again. Bailey goes backwards, finds Casey, chopped off there by Timmy Mannix. Left foot snap, going to go out of bounds on the full. Yes, it is.
I wonder if he'll go round again, Timmy Mannix.
Yeah, well, we say it every year, don't we? But who knows?
Yeah, if he doesn't go around again, he's had a fantastic career.
No doubt about that. Dylan Jones wins the footy. This bloke's been pretty good this afternoon. Little handball. Oh, it was a big handball, wasn't it? Kicked inside 50 now. Dennis Lane, one out. Couldn't take the mark. Tom Turner there. Needs some support. He did well, did Turner. Goes to the defensive 50. So they win the footy there at half back. Wiley takes it at centre half back. He's got Liam Harris. Decides to go straight up the ground, looking for Neville. Well done, Douglas, to force that spoil. Second effort was terrific by Douglas as well. Great pick up, Bennett, but then got poleaxed.
Slipped over.
So Harris laid the tackle, and he's the one that's come up sore.
Yep.
So little kick inside, needs to be a good one. It was to Douglas. He's got Manane running, who's been doing it all day. Kicks it out wide. It wasn't a bad kick. Gil Renouf looks inside. Probably should have handballed. Decided to keep going himself. Then he did a little bit too much. Mullins, he gets the intercept. Kicks it up there towards the wing position. Goes towards the wing. Bonbeach with the numbers there. Kicks the ball back inside. Sliding in and taking the mark is Shane McDonald. At half forward, outer side of the ground. Be happy just to slow things down. Kicks the ball long and strong, looking for Dylan Jones. Good play, Cullen over the back. Tyrrell roved it, open goal, missed everything. Left forward pocket. The ball goes over and out of bounds. So the Sting well and truly out of this game. 18 minutes gone in the final quarter. 12-9-81, 40 points the difference. Edithvale 6-5-41, completely outplayed today. As Darcy Walk kicks the ball towards half-back. Jones, clever, didn't take possession. Tapped it down to McDonald. Goes back to Jones. He's got one arm pinned. Somehow was able to get his handball out. Good play. It was by Jackson Soul. Michael Meehan through the middle of the ground. He's tackled high. Gave it off to Maguire. Maguire looks further afield. Here he is. Flavel found some space. He's got Liam Harris streaming in towards goal. Kicks it up and under. Douglas comes out, couldn't take the mark, tries to get the handball out. Cavalry gets back to try and support. Flavel knows he coughed things up there. His second effort and third effort was pretty good, but geez, they wasted another opportunity.
What would it have been? 30 out?
Yeah.
Like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Go out and kick the goal.
But even his teammate Harris then should have just stopped running and just told him to go back and kick the goal.
So the ball hits the deck. Bonbeach got plenty of numbers back there. Little right foot snap come from Stevie Mannix. And getting back and taking the mark was Bo Bailey. He goes in short, finds Jack Williams, who takes the mark in the right forward pocket. Another short pass. They'll be happy with this. Just running the clock, Justin Bennett. Conserving energy now, Pat.
They're in no hurry, are they?
No, nor should they be. Made the move. That was a really nice lead and marked by Campitelli. He took the mark at half-back, plays on, goes to the outer side of the ground. He's got Ferraro out there. Good play there by Tim Mannix, but the ball hit the deck, and now they're off to the races. Handball comes. Left foot kick came from Trow, top of the square. You like Trent Dennis-Lane here. He was one out against Woodbridge, and he took a beautiful mark. Good play there by Trow. He knew he just had to pop it up.
Yeah, put it there. Great kick to advantage, but again, just come off that, the slingshot out of the back line there. They moved the ball really well. They ran hard. Bo Bailey's been really good in this last quarter. He's actually getting a lot of confidence going into next week.
So Dennis Lane has already booted 4 goals this afternoon. I think 5 would be fitting.
You were talking about Flavel's run up. This is just as big.
It is indeed.
AFL player, you need something for the promo.
Yeah. So Trent Dennis Lane to come in and kick the goal will be number 13, and he's done it. Straight through the middle, 13-9-87, plays 6-5-41. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Rye Hotel's been around for 80 years and is renowned for their good old-fashioned service and hospitality. Function facilities available. Phone 5985 2277, The Rye Hotel at 2415 Point Nepean Road, Rye.
So it's back out to 46 points the difference. It's the greatest margin of the afternoon. It was 53 points at half-time. So they're getting back up to that again, though, as Neville wins the ball for Edithvale Aspendale in the middle. James Hickey kicks it towards half-forward. Meehan comes out, couldn't take the mark. Douglas went without it, ball spills out. Flavel shows a clean pair of heels again, goes up towards Mullins, who got the big heave-ho. Got forced under the footy, and Jackson Soul was the culprit yet again.
Yeah, he's pretty clumsy in that situation where he's just probably got to read the ball better rather than always searching for the body. But yeah, sometimes they're going to take the mark. Let them take the mark and see if they can kick the goal. But he just gives away some silly free kicks.
So Mark Mullins, he's already kicked 2 goals this afternoon. He'd love 3. Flavel's got a couple as well for Edithvale Aspendale. Mullins just stabbed at that one. I reckon it's gone through, though.
Helicopter.
Geez, it was ugly. It only went about 10 metres off the ground, but there was no big men for Bonbeach back, and it went through for a goal. So, a late one.
They've won the second half, or they're winning the second half.
They are.
But they were just so far off it in the first half, it wasn't funny.
Back to 40 points the difference. They've booted 6 goals, 5 in the second half.
Bring McDonald off for the first time today, I think.
4 goals, and Shane McDonald having a breather. So it's back to 40 points, 22 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Tommy Hogan, she said, they don't lose a lot in the ruck, do they, with Tommy Hogan going in there? He does a pretty good job, the young kid.
He's getting better and better, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I agree. As the ball comes out, Jackson Casey, wing position, kicks it towards the 50-metre line. Hewlett, they'll be taking him off soon too. He looks really sore. There's a free kick. It's going to go to Craig Ray. And it's against Jason Ferraro.
I'll be getting Casey and Hewlett off, boys. Jones and McDonald obviously off. They've obviously got a easy week on the track for a big game next week.
The ball comes up towards the wing position. That's out in the full, I reckon. No, against Stevie Mannix. Umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt. So boundary throw in. Members wing.
Edithvale would probably only lose Mags if they lost anybody out of this side, though, wouldn't they? And which is good for the future.
Absolutely.
Got a very young side.
So Stevie Mannix, he overran it. Ends up with Jackson Casey now with Carpenter. Goes towards half forward. Craig Ray couldn't take the mark. Handball comes out from Cleary. Young player there in Hickey. Gave it to Tag. Up towards Mullins. Couldn't take the mark. That was by Sol. Kept his feet too and then just tapped it along and recovered beautifully. And then kicked it long to Trow. One out. Couldn't take the mark. And Turner took it. Went wide. Went to Carlin who takes the mark. Defensive 50. He comes to the members' side of the ground. Stevie Mannix it is. Takes a nice mark. He's got someone inside and opt not to go there. He goes towards Neville in the middle of the ground. He takes the mark. Hogan stands the mark. Neville goes in short. That was a nice kick. Finds his teammate in Elliot Maguire. At half forward, still a long way from home, Edithvale Aspendale. Kicks the ball inside now. Pack flies. Good work by Carpenter over the back. Attacking the footy there was Meehan, well tackled though, and the umpire will come in and throw it up. About 40 metres out from Edithvale Aspendale's goal. They trail by 40 points.
Yeah, I'd definitely be getting Hewlett off now. He looks really, really sore and really tired.
So Gary Carpenter handballed it to himself. Another one goes in, puts Hogan under all sorts of pressure. Not sure Jack Williams what he was doing then. He put his, I don't want it, it's going to be hot, so you can have it. And Stevie Mannix gets the free kick for a good tackle. Kicks the ball inside. Oh, that wasn't great either. So Hogan gets it back with a smother, then gave it to Jason Ferraro with a nice little chip pass. And they want it long. Bailey wanted it long. It wasn't Bailey. In fact, it was Campitelli. Ball didn't sit well for him. Tommy Turner's in there. And they make sure that they lock that footy in. And it was a good tackle by Dermot Cleary. He did everything right too, Campitelli. He told his teammate exactly where he wanted it. He was going to run onto it. But it wasn't a great executed kick. So Hogan versus Wiley. Wiley won the tap. Carlin goes to ground. Stacks on the mill. And there's the siren. Bonbeach are into the 2017 Grand Final. 13-9-87 have beaten Edithvale Aspendale by 40 points. 7 goals, 5-47.
Isn't that amazing when you look at footy? Like Edithvale, I think, won 10 or 11 in a row, and then they've gone and now lost 2 in a row. It's just momentum's such a funny thing in footy, and they've had a great year, Edithvale, but it's now all about Bonbeach, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and we'll be back with the full-time wrap. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
We've all had regrets, but your home loan shouldn't be one of them. At Bendigo Bank, we know a great rate means nothing without great service. Bendigo Home Loans. When it's time for you to settle, have no regrets.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. For quality equipment and excellent service, call into our sponsor, Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Frankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
A proud station sponsor.
Hi, this is Mark from O'Brien Real Estate Langwarrin. My team live and work in this area, and with the local knowledge we have, we can get you a better price for your home.
O'BrienRealEstate.com.au. The difference is our people and local knowledge.
Sponsoring the footy finals, David Bark Appliances in